What's going on, everybody? I want to talk today about all this Twitter fight, like Twitter beef, Facebook beef, and fighting and stuff like that. And, I try to stay current and watch things, so I can express my opinion on them. But, I've been watching all these kids fight over shit about each other on Facebook and on Twitter. And the end result is, I blame the fucking parents. I'm gonna tell you why I blame the parents. I blame the parents because you don't monitor what your kids do and say. If you're a real parent, and yes, I said if you're a real parent, and your child is at that age where they can have a Facebook account, because that should be a certain age. Shit, there's some 6-year-olds that got Facebook accounts. What the fuck they talking about? You see that last week episode of Dora the Explorer? They don't need no damn Facebook account. Man, I've been seeing shit where, like, this one time, this girl was at her house. And the girl who said something about the girl was at her house. And the girl who was pissed off about the comment came to the girl's house. Pulled this girl out her house and beat the living shit out of her. She beat that girl, even if she didn't make the comment, that girl would never even want to say anything else on Facebook. She drug that girl out of her own house, beat the shit out of her. It's ridiculous. She beat that girl for old and for new. Saw another one where these two dudes got into a fight over some shit that was said on Facebook. And the one dude got his ass beat, but the police is stepping in that one. And there, it was some adults around, and they're gonna press charges against the adults for letting that shit happen. And I agree. Saw another one with this big gigantic girl. She wasn't like a big monster or nothing like that. She actually was a pretty little teenage girl. She was just rather, like tall and had a little weight on her, but it wasn't like, she was like morbidly obese or anything like that. But and the little girl came up to her and was talking all this shit. Bitch, I know you said this, blah, blah, blah. And the girl was trying to explain to her my account had been hacked. I don't know who hacked it. I wouldn't say anything about you. And the girl just kept, it was like a chihuahua going up against a pit bull. And the girl just kept talking and kept talking. And she said, if you put your hands on me, I'm going to beat your ass. And that girl touched that big girl, and that girl beat the shit out of her. She slung that motherfucker into a water fountain, put her ass on the floor, and said, I told you my account was hacked, bitch, and walked the fuck off. It was amazing. She beat the fuck. I mean, I've never seen an ass whooping that bad. But I fought the parents. I really do. Because you can't let this stuff go on. You can't. I mean, if you let this go on, you just as guilty as the kids. Because you're not monitoring your kids. And the problem, I'm going to tell you something that pisses me off with parenting right now. We blame everybody else for our kids' failures or for our kids' circumstances. If your kid wind up being a bad kid, it's because your ass didn't do something right. Now, there are some kids that are just genetically fucking bad. That is true. But it can't be all these damn kids. You ever see kids when they 2 and 3 years old cussing and saying things they don't have no business saying, doing things, hunching on the ground and stuff, doing their nasty dance, and then when they 14 years old, they pregnant, and then the mother talking about, where did I go wrong? How did my baby get pregnant? What did I do wrong as a parent? It's because you didn't monitor the shit she was doing. Why are you letting her dance and shake her ass at 2 years old? You have just okayed that. Then when they grow up, and you haven't talked to them about shaking their ass and doing the things they doing, they shaking their ass for some guy. And he don't even care nothing about the shaking part. He just already know what he's gonna be capable of doing. And he gonna fuck the shit out of your daughter. and gonna stay inside. And when he stay inside and that baby come out, his ass ain't gonna help. His ass gonna run. You know why he gonna run? It's because his daddy didn't monitor his ass and teach him about responsibility. It's a vicious cycle that we got to break. This Facebook and this Twitter shit, it's not Facebook fault. It's not Twitter fault. It's our job as parents to monitor our children. You know? You got a kid, your kid got a cell phone, they like 13, 14 years old. Check their cell phone sometimes. See what they texting. See what kind of pictures they sending out. They got a Facebook page. Check their account. Before they sign up, you need, as a matter of fact, you need to register their account. And if they change anything, you'll beat their ass. Because you need to know what's going on. They can't do that shit until they get older. And your child starts sending click pics and dick pics and stuff like that. They need to be adults. Look at all this stuff that be happening in schools now. They ain't had that when I was in school. I bet if they did, my phone would be sticky as hell. Oh, shit. I wouldn't even want to touch a teenager's phone. I bet all their phones sticky. Girls and boys. A lot of clickety-clack going on. But man, that's all I got to say about this shit, man. We got to do a better job of monitoring our kids. They didn't ask to be here, but they our responsibility because we put them here. So wise up on that. I ain't a perfect parent, but I tell you what, I'll be damned if any child I've ever helped raise don't become a productive citizen. And that's the bottom line.